You might have thought the drama ended when the gavel fell yesterday, but the aftermath on social media has taken a turn that is both shocking and deeply sarcastic. The headline you saw is trending for a reason. Reno Omokri, the self-styled Tableshaker, has dropped a tweet that is currently setting the internet on fire. But unlike his usual fiery attacks, this time he came with what looks like sympathy. But if you look closer, it might be the deepest shade of all. Welcome to this special broadcast. We are diving straight into the reaction that has everyone talking this morning, Friday, November 24th, 2025. Just hours after Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment by the Federal High Court, Reno Omokri took to his verified X handle to share a specific observation about the IPOB leader's demeanor in court. Let's look at exactly what Reno wrote, because the wording is very calculated. He posted, "He cried, 'Today we saw the human side of Nnamdi Kanu. Quite touching. May God help him through his difficult times.' Let that sink in for a minute. On the surface, it sounds like a prayer. It sounds like a man wishing his adversary well, but anyone who has followed the long, bitter feud between Reno Omokri and Nnamdi Kanu knows that this is a masterclass in what we call backhanded compliments. By focusing on the fact that Kanu cried, Reno is dismantling the image of the Lion of the East. For years, Nnamdi Kanu has been projected as a fearless, almost supernatural leader who cannot be broken. His followers call him Ohamadike. They believe he fears no one. But Reno's tweet is essentially saying to the world, look, your hero is just a human being. When the reality of a life sentence hit him, he broke down and wept. Calling it quite touching and saying we saw his human side is Reno's way of humanizing a man whose followers treat like a deity. It is a psychological blow to the movement. We have to contextualize this with what happened in the courtroom yesterday. Reports from the Federal High Court in Abuja indicate that the session was explosive. Justice James Omotosho delivered a life sentence, and before Kanu was bundled out of the courtroom for being unruly, emotions were running high. While Kanu was shouting, "Show me the law," Reno is claiming that amidst that anger, there were tears. This tweet is also a direct response to the legal battle between them. Remember just a few months ago in August 2025, Nnamdi Kanu sued Reno Omokri for N60 Billion for defamation. Kanu claimed Reno defamed him by calling him a terrorist. Now that the court has legally convicted Kanu of terrorism and sentenced him to life, Reno isn't just vindicated legally, he is now taking the moral high ground by offering prayers for Kanu's difficult times. It is the ultimate "I told you so" wrapped in a prayer point. This brings us to a very serious related talk about the psychology of leadership in our country. By highlighting Kanu's tears, Reno is asking a question to the IPOB supporters. Is your leader strong enough to face the consequences of his actions? There is a massive debate going on right now in the comment section of that tweet. Some people are saying Reno is mocking a man who has lost his freedom. They say it is kicking a man when he is down. Others are saying Reno is right to expose the vulnerability of a man whose orders led to the suffering of many in the southeast. They argue that Kanu's tears in court contrast sharply with the suffering of the victims of the sit-at-home orders he inspired. If you are enjoying this breakdown of the subtle war of words and you want to keep getting the real meaning behind the tweets and the headlines, please take a second to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us decode the news for you. We also have to look at the phrase, "May God help him through his difficult times." Coming from a political opponent, this is what we call shade. It implies that Kanu is in a situation so bad that only divine intervention can help him now. It reinforces the finality of the life sentence. It reminds everyone that Kanu is not going home. He is going to prison for a very, very long time. So, the narrative battle has shifted. Kanu's lawyers are fighting the legal battle at the appeal court today, arguing about jurisdiction and repealed laws. But Reno Omokri is fighting the PR battle on X, painting the image of a weeping, broken man to the world. The question I have for you is this. Do you think Reno's tweet was genuine sympathy, or was it a calculated mockery to demoralize Kanu's supporters? Was he really touched by the human side, Or was he gloating that the lion finally cried? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is a developing conversation. And as always, the internet never forgets.